It is Tuesday, fresh out the shower. You see your boy got a nice clean shave, fully moisturized, tapered up. Hair is done. It's looking good. I got my lady's hair right here. Oh, I swear. That's how you know. When your lady is up under you, she always leaves a trail behind. But it is what it is. And yes, you see the teeth perfectly cleaned, whitened, not yellow, not crooked. Shout out to all of the really big content creators out there that drive around with nice cars, they flash in their jewelry, and their teeth are still fucked up. Spending all of that money on material things, and you are not enhancing your look, and you are subjecting your viewers to seeing your fucked up teeth, and it just shows that your priorities are all fucked up. But anyways, it is time to do this reflection walk. And if you can see right there, she is waiting on me. So let me harness her up and let's get to it. Hey, you ready to go bye-bye? 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 Look at her. Look at her. All right. It's sprinkling right now too, but it don't matter. We're going to get to it. Stay tuned. And we are off. Yes, we are. There's my baby right there. She's deciding where we going. Okay. We going to the right this week. We are. It is sprinkling a little bit too, but don't no rain stop us from doing what we got to do. Oh, nope. All right, let me adjust this while she is pulling on the leash. Anyways, it's time to hit this reflection walk. Yes, we are. But before I actually get to talking about what I want to talk about, I want to say this. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you dog owners can attest to what I'm about to say. But never underestimate the intelligence of a dog. I know that we have dogs as novelty, entertainment, filling a void. Some of you weirdos use a dog to compensate for not having kids. We don't do that over here. Hey, how you doing? Good. But guys, dogs are smarter than what they perceive to be. They really are. First of all, I can say this. They pay attention to patterns. They understand what day it is. Like this one, she knows on Tuesdays, I take her on her walk. And when I was doing dog walk Thursdays, she knew it was time. Even in regards to, let's just say you having a bad day, they pick up on those things. They can sense that. They can tell that you might need a little bit of comfort, and they will do that for you. Of course, if you train them well, they can sense danger. But also, the biggest thing is, back to what I was saying, was patterns. See, my dog knows when it's time to eat, because she knows whenever I'm cooking breakfast, it's time to eat breakfast. When I'm cooking dinner, it's time to eat dinner. She understands that. And I think most dogs do. So what am I saying here? When you have a dog, utilize them. Understand that they can understand the things that you are saying, because this one, talk to her like a human being, and she understands every word that I say. So don't underestimate them, because dogs are a useful tool. Not only are they a member of the family, but you can utilize them. They can keep you safe. They are very helpful. That's why they have support dogs. They're very smart. They're very intelligent. They're not human intelligent, but they're smart enough, and they're capable enough to assist you in your every need. But enough about that, man. I just be ranting. I just be talking. That's a good thing about me being the type of content creator that I am, because I do not need to utilize other people's name to get any type of notoriety or provide entertainment for the viewers. I don't need to do any of that. My life is interesting enough to provide a level of value and entertainment to post on social media. And I think a lot of guys need to realize that that's only going to take you so far. Being a gossip queen and talking about everybody else, yes, you can find fame in that. You can call it journalism, but at the end of the day, if you cannot create any type of content and put pieces of your personal life within the context of that content, you just a gossip queen. And men who do that type of shit, come on, man. We are always supposed to be adding a level of value. We are. And gossiping and talking about what everybody else is doing, yes, it's short form entertainment, but it's not enough value to really propel you into etch your name in the history books, guys. It's not. And it's so easy to do. Like, if I wanted to do it, I would have had thousands of subscribers talking about what everybody else is doing, celebrity gossip, and, you know, who's getting caught up in a scandal. But that's not me. I wanted to create content that has longevity and that would last, and that people could revert back to years from now. Maybe you're going through something that I have already went through, and you needed additional insight that would carry you forward to find the solution to your problem. Maybe you are a single parent, a single father, and you're going through, you know, the teenage, adolescent years of your child. Maybe you just need a different point of view than everybody else, because everybody else likes to follow the crowd and they want to do what's trendy. And you want to think about, okay, what is the people who go against the grain? What is their thought process? That's why I create this content. So whenever you need a different point of view, or like I said before, if you're going through something similar that I've already been through, you have the answers to those questions that you've been questioning. Don't be afraid to be different, guys. Don't be afraid to seek out a different perspective. Don't be afraid to share some of your personal life to your subscribers, your fans, your supporters. Because I notice a lot of these guys don't do that shit. And it makes me question who they are as a person, as a man. Because if you're not willing to share some of the things that you got going on off camera, then your viewers, your supporters, your subscribers, they don't really know. You're just, you know, a form of entertainment, and that's it. They're not going to get any value. They don't know who you are. At least with me, you have enough content to say, okay, I know who AT is. And realistically, guys, I'm the same guy on and off camera, at work and off work, because I am so in tune with who I am. I'm comfortable in my own skin, and the people who watch me, the people who I'm, you know, friends with on social media that know me in real life, they'll tell you the same thing. Like, nah, this dude is the real deal, because I am. I shoot straight. I tell it like it is. I speak my mind, and I do not mind standing up and fighting for what I believe in and my point of view. And that's it. So with that being said, it's Tuesday, right? And Tuesday content starts right now. Good day, good people. It's AT Malone, the first of my name because the second is already here. If you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell for more videos from your boy. Now, I hope you guys found that reflection walk informative and entertaining. Maybe you got some gems out of it, some insight out of that reflection walk, because I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I just hit that record button and I just talk. I can talk my ass off, because I am literally speaking about the things that's going on in my mind right now. And hopefully you guys can get my point of view when it comes to certain subject matters that I talk about. You might agree with it, you might not agree with it at all, but at least you get a different point of view, because we have this huge issue with people just going along with the get along gang, and they're so afraid to express their true thoughts and feelings about certain things. They are so afraid that they're going to get canceled, they're going to get ostracized by society. You know, you might not get any play from the opposite sex. They're so damn afraid. But guys like myself, who could have grown up in any era, because any era, we would still be expressing ourselves. We would be one of those guys that would probably get killed because of us speaking out against certain things. That's just how we're meant to be. That's just our genetic makeup. That's just how we function naturally. And not being afraid and being fearful of the retribution or the repercussions or the consequences, that's just part of it. That's just what we are willing to deal with. I used to get in trouble for speaking my mind and doing the things that I wanted to do, but that was just me. And I was okay with it, because at least knowing the fact that I'm living in my truth, I'm okay with dealing with those consequences. I could not live with myself operating in a vacuum, guys, where, okay, yes, I think like this, but I'm too afraid to do that because I know that that is going to upset other people who truly don't even give a damn about me. Don't be that guy. Be that person who, at least if you do not agree with them, you could say, well, I respect them because they have the balls to express themselves in the way that they are thinking, the way that they're acting, and their point of view. It's very difficult to find genuine people these days, guys. It really is. So when you find people like myself, or the people that I even associate with, you got to keep them close to you, because there's so many fake motherfuckers out here. And when you realize that these people are being fake, they're not being genuine at all, that's where you have to make the decision to separate yourself from those people, because you don't know if they're going to be telling you the truth, or they're going to be lying to you, or if they're setting you up for failure. All right. Well, that was my freestyle thoughts this week. And you know why we are here. We are on The Richest Man Who Ever Lived, King Solomon's Secrets to Success, Wealth, and Happiness. And we are on chapter 11. And this is part 2, titled Overcoming the Most Destructive Force in Relationships. Now, last week, we talked about the consequences of anger and the power of anger. And we are moving on to the rewards of controlling your temper. 1, you will have the power to overcome contention and strife. In Proverbs 15:18, Solomon claims that he that is slow to anger appeases strife. Controlling your temper allows you to maintain objectivity even in the midst of an argument or fight. Your demeanor will be a calming influence on the argument. Your clear and accurate perception of the situation will enable you to provide solutions that those who are angry cannot see. Now, getting angry, guys, definitely hinders your thought process. You'll end up saying things that you probably do not mean, and you're just saying it out of anger. Anger can control everything you do. And this is why you have to be calm. When you are in the heat of the moment, you are the guy that has to take that deep breath and just say, okay, before I react, let me think about how I want to gain the upper hand in this situation. And the upper hand, guys, is being able to get your point across without getting mad. See, when the other person is getting mad now and you start getting mad, now y'all are having the battle of who is the angriest, which is stupid. It's a waste of energy and it's exhausting. You don't want to be that guy. You want to be the guy that is the calm one, because the calm one is really the leader in that situation. The one that is angry and that's acting erratic and emotional, they're the weak one in the situation, okay? Now, you will have greater understanding. As Solomon says, he who is slow to anger has great understanding, but he who is quick-tempered exalts folly. Your understanding of the reality of the situation increases because you're not blinded or your perception isn't blurred by anger. It helps you stop and assess the situation. I'm telling you guys, it really does. When it takes a lot to piss you off, then that other person who is trying to piss you off, they're the ones that's going to be exhausted using all of that energy to piss you off, and they're going to end up looking stupid in the end. Because when you got somebody that you know is really trying to push your buttons, test you, even from a physical standpoint, when they trying to test your gangster, your manhood, and you just looking at them like this, they're the ones that are going to end up looking foolish at the end because you are not going to be able to move that other person. So it's just wise, guys, to have thick skin, understand when somebody is trying to test you, and also make sure that you're not blinded by anger. All right. Your accomplishments will increase. In Proverbs 16:32, Solomon writes, he who is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he who rules his spirit is mightier than he who captures a city. Now, this means those who can fulfill or who can fully control their emotions will always have the advantage. Like I've been saying, guys, you will also be great in your workplace. You will achieve great success in your workplace because we all know in certain meetings that we have, you know, you'll have disagreements and you have to act professional even when you do not agree with the people who are in those meetings. Sometimes they might say some slick shit and you got to act professional, but the way that you defeat that is just rule over them with logic. You can make somebody look foolish without being disrespectful. You might have a better solution to whatever problem that y'all are trying to resolve in that meeting. And instead of, you know, saying, hey, I'm smarter than you, or my decision or my idea is better than yours. No, just explain what it is in a professional manner. And you can make those other people who are going against what you're trying to say, you're gonna make them look stupid. Because that's my biggest thing, guys, is instead of getting angry, fighting fire with fire, just make them look stupid in a professional manner, okay? Now, you will also have happy relationships at home by being calm. Calm heads prevail all day, every day, guys. Now, you will be more highly respected by others. The discretion of a man defers his anger, and it is to his glory to pass over transgression, writes Solomon. Now, if you've been battle tested, you know that the person who is loud, the person who is being extra in any situation, it could be an altercation. If you are out and about and you get into it with somebody, maybe you accidentally stepped on their shoes and they're causing all of this commotion. You know that they're just doing that because they are afraid. They are fearful. They are egotistical. They are quick to have their ego and their manhood feel like it's being stepped on. I've even been in certain situations at a club. I'll tell you one quick story. I was at the club because one of my former homeboys had a birthday, and he was getting into it with some guys on the dance floor, and it was two of the guys and just him. And I walked up to the guy and I said, listen, I got in his ear. I said, walk off right now. If you know what's good for you, you will just walk off right now. And then he was like, oh, he stepped on my shoes. I said, it's an accident. We're at a club. Who fucking cares? Walk off right now. Because if you don't, this is not going to end well, right? Literally, man, about 30 seconds later, about 20 dudes walked up behind me. Why? Because we were about 20 plus guys deep, and we knew the people who was running the spot that night. They had security with them too. Hey, is everything good? Yeah, everything is good. They was just leaving. And that's exactly what happened. No cap, no lie. So you gotta remember, guys, that when people try to sit here and show a whole bunch of aggression, it's really fear, it's really insecurity, and you always gotta be the calm, stoic, reserved person, okay? Now, we're moving on to how to effectively deal with your anger and the anger of others. Is there anything we can do to reduce anger's power over us? Is there anything we can do to reduce our inclination to become angry? Is there anything we can do to diffuse anger in other people? Now, those are the questions to ask, and we're going to get to the root cause of anger. According to Dr. Smalley, anger is not primarily emotion. It is a secondary emotion caused by unresolved hurt, frustration, fear, or a combination of these. When you become angry, you have two options. One is to deal with the true source, in which case it will dissipate. Two, react to the situation or other persons by expressing our anger, or retain it and store it up. Now, we've talked about the consequences of anger, but storing it up isn't any better. It produces resentment, bitterness, and ultimately poisons our thoughts. Now, this is why I don't think people can truly forgive, guys, because people have wronged us over and over again, and you'll say, oh, it's all forgiven, but then to me, honestly, you're just enabling that behavior, because most people are not sorry for the things that they do. I'll say this again. Most people are not sorry for the things that they do. And when you easily forgive somebody, all you're doing is enabling that mistake, that bad behavior, that transgression that they placed upon you. And let me tell you something. Let them do that again. See how you react. All those feelings come back. And I wouldn't even say they come back. They never left. This is why I say human beings do not have the capacity to forgive, because you got to let that shit go away. And the true test of that, because a lot of people say, oh, I forgave this person. Let them do it again. Let them do it again. All those memories come back, because we remember, we have a brain, right? We have a huge database in the skull. All those old feelings, that same situation will come back. And then you just gonna let that person have it. You gonna be like, I forgave you that first time and look what you did. Well, technically you didn't, because you were supposed to forget about it. You shouldn't even remember that at all. But this is why I say we're not capable of forgiveness at all, okay? Now, the only way to resolve anger effectively is to treat the root causes. We have to deal with the emotional hurts, frustration, and fears that come our way on a regular basis. Now, how do we do that? Dr. Smalley suggests dealing with each of these. It's simple, but it's not easy. Simple because each of these emotions have a single root cause: unfulfilled expectations. Now, think about it. At birth, 100% of our needs are fulfilled by others. Through childhood and our adolescent years, we expect others to meet our needs. We end up gaining an unrealistic sense of entitlement, and this becomes a major roadblock to our happiness. Now, this is where mommy and daddy issues stem from, guys, because if you look at both sides of it, if you had your mom and your father in your lives, right? They are the barometer of what you look for, your significant other. Whether you're looking for your husband, you're looking for your wife, you're going to compare them to your parents, and you're going to have that same expectation of them. And this is why I say good fathers destroy their daughters, because they create this unrealistic expectation for their daughters by giving them the world. You could be a great man, giving them everything that they want, giving them that princess treatment. But in reality, the one thing that I think a lot of guys are missing as far as being a good father is you're not teaching your daughter to, first of all, deal with a successful ambitious man, and also being able to serve that man, not being a pain in the ass, making sure he has everything that he needs in order to go out there and fight the world every day. I think that's what a lot of fathers with daughters are missing. And the same thing with guys. When your mom is giving you every single thing, you thinking that, you know, this woman is supposed to do all of these things for you, and you haven't even proven that you are worthy of that type of treatment from your woman. That is the paradox of this situation, guys. So we got to be mindful of that. We have these unrealistic expectations of people because of our upbringing. So you got to make sure that you live in reality and understand, listen, yes, we all have expectations, but we got to be able to decipher between the realistic expectations and the unrealistic expectations, okay? Now, in every relationship, we subsequently build a list of expectations. We expect others to do positive things and to refrain from negative things. And when they don't meet our expectations or do something contrary to our expectations, frustration and hurt is the result. The longer this goes on, the more we fear that expectations will never be met. These unresolved hurts and frustrations and fears create anger. Now, how do we deal with our expectations? One, we got to identify them. Two, when you feel hurt, frustrated, or fearful, ask yourself what expectations you have been neglected or rejected. Once identified, you have a choice. Hold on to it or release it. It's always better to release the expectation and move on with life. You'll gain a sense of peace of mind and freedom from anger. So this is why, guys, I don't have unrealistic expectations. One, because I don't like being let down. Nobody likes being let down. And two, sometimes your expectations can be so high for somebody that they just can't do it, right? Now, I have quote unquote high expectations for my son, but I know what my son is capable of. I have high expectations for my little brother because I know what he's capable of. That's another part of it. If you can study a person and you know exactly what they can do, and that takes years to understand that person, it's okay to have a set of expectations for them. Like, I even have high expectations for my lady, but let me tell you something. The expectations that I have for her, she blows it out of the water. Why? Because she's a good woman. Like right now, she is shopping and getting stuff for the house while I'm over here grinding it out, knocking out this video. I didn't tell her to go do that. She just has that instinct. It's in her nature to do these things, right? So this is why I can have some sort of expectations for her, because I know that she can meet it. It's nothing unrealistic. It's realistic. And a lot of it is just respect. Because at the end of the day, guys, a man wants respect. He wants to feel respected and he wants to feel appreciated. So that's what we got to do, guys. Make sure that you do not have unrealistic expectations, because that causes anger. It causes resentment. It causes you to be fearful, and it frustrates the hell out of you. So be real with that. And don't set a crazy expectation on people, because we're all human. We're flawed creatures. We make mistakes. All right. Well, that's all I got for the Tuesday content. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like the video, sub to the channel, and I will see y'all next week. I'm out. Peace.
Feel like they tryna box me in, so I keep a small circle around me, so fuck friends, I kept it real out the gate, these other cats pretend, reigning supreme is something that will never end, so now and then, they got me feeling trapped.